Hey everybody, and welcome to episode 2 of Totally Tuned In. Today's topic is your dream. Decide it's done and go do it. Okay, so I already have a comment. Just gotta wait a minute for people to get on. I know there's a delay between when I go live and when you guys get on. Welcome to the replay viewers. Really grateful for all the feedback and thank you for listening and tuning in. It's only day 2. I feel like it's day 5 or something. I'm really excited about this and I'm really excited that I'm doing it on a consistent basis. So like every day, I'd highly recommend every weekday. I'd highly recommend you to do something like that and get the momentum and just decide. That's what we're doing today. That is the topic. Deciding. We're deciding today that it's done. Your dream is done. We only decided on Saturday, some of us, some of you that are following my trainings, what your dream was. Now you're going to decide it's done and then go do it. Okay, so if you are here, let me know. I think I can see the comments on my phone. Yep. And yeah, let's get started with the 3 Gs. That's what I'm doing every day in my live trainings, the 3 Gs. This is a daily habit that I highly recommend, not just me, all the experts, all the greats recommend to say your goals every day. The 3 Gs are gratitude, goals, and guiding affirmations. So let's start with 3 gratitudes. So I'd like you now to take a pen, take paper, and write down 3 things that you're grateful for. If you're listening to the recording, you can pause it and write more than 3. Ideally do 10 or 20 a day. And if necessary, do 50 or 100. The more you do, the more you'll open up in life to the things that you appreciate. You'll start to see simple things that you appreciate. Because if you write 100 things, you start to get like silly. And it's not silly at all, really, but you start to, you know, here, I have a glass of water here. I'm so grateful that I have a glass for my water, to pour my water in. It sounds ridiculous, but if you're writing 100 things, you'll start to get really detailed. And then you'll start to really appreciate those things even more. And that's awesome, just to be going around in a state of appreciation all the time. That's called shifting your state, and it is the easiest, fastest, most powerful way to shift your state from one of lack and life is hard to, oh wow, cheers, this life is awesome. Okay, so write your 3 Gs, 3 things you're grateful for, while I'm doing mine as well. One of my 3 things today is breathing. I'm grateful for breathing. So let's just decide that we're all grateful for that right now and just take a really deep breath. And really just ground yourself and be present to listen to this training because it really is an important training today. And I'm really holding the intention that I deliver it very powerfully because it's so needed, this topic. Okay, the next thing before we delve into the training is 3 goals that you have. It's important to get clear about what you want to achieve. Get clear on your destination. What is it that you want to achieve? Write down your 3 goals. If you're unsure specifically, you know, about if it's like, well, if it's, you know, you don't have a specific fitness goal or weight loss goal or financial goal or empire building goal, think about how do I want to feel instead of go for how you want to feel. Okay. So that's your 3 gratitudes, your 3 goals, and the third thing, 3 guiding affirmations. So the way this works is the most powerful way of following affirmations is think about look at what your goals were, and then think, okay, what would I need to be believing in order to achieve those goals? So again, today I seem to have written, my goal is to speak in a stadium, to speak to a really large audience. By the way, reach for the moon, aim for the moon, and if you don't get to the moon, you'll at least get the stars. So aim high, dream big. I'm not saying that doesn't mean I don't believe I'll speak in a stadium. I'm holding the vision for massive expansion. And I can do that because I know that we are the ones that hold ourselves back. Only us. Anything is possible, but I'll talk more about that in a moment. So based on whatever your goals are, your guiding affirmations are to support those. So for me, it's like, I am an excellent communicator. I attract a massive following. People are noticing. I am a sought after speaker. Anything that supports that eventually I will speak in a stadium, that I speak to people's souls and they feel my message and transform massively. There's a brilliant guiding affirmation for me to use. So think about what supports your goal that you feel, yes, believing that really supports it. And then just start to repeat it and start to believe it. So write down your 3 guiding affirmations, just in bullet points, just in the interest of time. And write it as if it's already happened, as an I am statement, or ideally, I am so happy and grateful that I now, ... Pretend it's already in your reality. It's a lot more powerful. I am so happy and grateful that I now. So for me, I have an interim goal of having 50 live viewers. So I wrote, I am so happy and grateful that I now have 50 live viewers. I mean, that's something that actually I've had on my yellow sheet. That if you guys followed yesterday's training, I have talked about, I have all my goals on my yellow sheets. And actually what I wrote, and I didn't even know that I was going to start a live show when I had this affirmation, and it says about my live streams. People love my live streams, and I get at least 50 live viewers each time, and sometimes 100. The 3 Gs are a huge hit. It is transforming people's lives. So yeah, I've written that down. I updated my affirmations actually since I realized I was starting the show. So think about what you can use, even as an interim goal, what you can use as a guiding affirmation. Okay, so make sure you get your 3 things you're grateful for, your 3 goals, your 3 guiding affirmations. Okay, so let's get into the training, your dream. So just take a moment to really think about what is it? What is your dream? What is it that you want? What is it that you want in life? What is it that you want to achieve? What is it that you want to feel? So just take a moment, and you can close your eyes for it if you like, to really feel into that ultimately. And what I want you to do is feel into your soul. Your soul knows. What is your soul craving underneath all the fear, underneath all the, it's dangerous to expand. It's dangerous to let people know. It's dangerous. All of the subconscious mind fears. Underneath all of that, what's your soul craving? So take a moment to listen to it. Listen to its whisper and trust it. Don't dismiss it. Don't dismiss whatever it's saying. We operate at only about 10 to 20% of our capacity. I love how Les Brown says, he's a fantastic motivational speaker, and he says that I didn't know that this Les Brown existed in me. You know, he really had a tough upbringing and was labeled educationally retarded, apparently. And he went on to be a phenomenal speaker, speaking to stadiums. And he said, I didn't know that this Les Brown existed. Imagine if he hadn't listened to that yearning and followed it. Imagine if he had listened to others or listened to his doubts. So imagine what's possible for you if you let go of the doubts. Okay, so here I wrote down some tips for that will help you to really decide that your dream is done and go after it. And that's it, actually, the first one I didn't even write down, but you know, it's you that gets to decide whether it's done or not, nobody else. Because if you want it enough, if you want it badly enough and you're committed enough, you will do whatever it takes. And blaming others or blaming situations is a cop-out. If you really, really want it, you'll do whatever it takes. And you'll let go eventually. You'll get so tired of yourself, you'll let go of any fears that you have in order to achieve it. So just decide, now is as good a day as any. And that's my first point, actually. I wrote down, you can do all the neat little marketing tricks and all the pretty websites and all the, you know, all those things that need to be done. And that's all great. If you don't believe it, and if you don't pull on all your internal resources and decide, yes, I'm going to do this, then it's not going to work. You need to have that that inner strength and also resilience, because that's what I wrote down here, and I fully believe this. This is my experience, and I know I'm not alone with this. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy. If it was, then everybody would be going after their dreams and achieving it, and there'd be no 9-to-5 workers left. So know that and embrace that. There's a book called The Road Less Traveled, and I think it starts with the first paragraph. It says something like, life's not going to be easy, and once you know that, it becomes a lot easier. Know and accept it and embrace it. And it's the exact same thing with following your dreams, especially like an entrepreneurial journey. It shifts, something inside shifts when you realize, it's hard. Oh yeah, but that's part of the journey. So let me embrace that and enjoy it, and know that that's the way it's supposed to be. And then you start to feel good, and then it feels hard again, and then you start to feel good, and it's like that. And it's an upward spiral as you stay focused on your vision and decide that your dream is done. And this is a very important word. You can write this one down: certainty. Know with certainty that it is done. On another plane, it's there waiting for you and your beliefs to match that vibration. That's quantum physics talking, but it's true. So when you know that, just imagine that for a moment, even if it seems way out there, if you know that whatever your vision is, that it's there already. Like, wow, is it really possible? Is what me saying true? Wow. Just see it for a moment, knowing that it's there with certainty, and feel excited about that. And then think about, you know, and the message that you're getting from that reality is your beliefs just have to catch up. You've got to feel and believe that this is really possible for you. And just visualize you with that dream come true. What kind of a person are you? That's what needs to shift. Mindset work, that's what it's all about. And I'll take the first opportunity to say that my Totally Mindset Reset program is starting on the 1st of May. If you don't know about it, check it out. The link, and tomorrow the early bird is expiring, so this gets a bit urgent to let you guys know about it. bit.ly/TM or P reset. That's the bit.ly link for it. And hopefully that's appeared. If it hasn't, message me. Because yeah, there it is, TMRP reset, all lowercase actually. So in that Mindset Reset program, I'll be talking a lot about mindset work and how you can use that to basically reach your dream and decide all the time that it's done, and that you're just working all the time on improving your beliefs and letting go of all the fears and all the resistance, because resistance will come up. For any kind of change in your life, resistance comes up. Okay, so here's some tips for you. Raise your bar on your dream and decide that it's possible. Believe it's possible. Raise the bar because, like I said, if you don't reach the moon, you'll definitely get to the stars. So think about it. Well, if I was, and maybe your dream is already big, imagine if it was bigger. What's possible? Imagine what's possible if you raise the bar. So I challenge you to raise the bar on your dream 5 notches right now. And just see how that feels. And imagine that's possible. Again, It is. The only thing that holds us back is our mind, no matter who we are. And don't say, oh, who am I to? Who are you not to? Who are you not to? And also there's space. I think this is really important to realize. There's space for everybody. You know, some people think, oh, well, you know, I'm, you know, as a coach, for example, you know, well, I can't inspire others or motivate others because I'm introvert or shy. You will inspire all the other introverted, shy people. Being yourself fully and stepping into that and embracing it, realizing it's enough. That's one of the points, actually. It's a belief that you are enough, but believe it strongly. Believe that that enoughness is extraordinary, exceptional. So it's not like, oh yeah, I'm enough. I'm only blah-de-blah, but I'm enough. It's like, I'm enough and I'm phenomenal. And embrace that. And you're following, the more that you step into that and embrace that, you're following those people that resonate with you will follow you. So there's space for every voice in the world. You know, I could say, oh, well, my voice isn't needed because look at all the other inspirational speakers in the world. I mean, there's so many of them. Zig Ziglar and Les Brown and, oh gosh, Norman Vincent Peale. I'm going back to the old ones. And you can find Brian Tracy. You can find them all on YouTube. And guess what? There's space for my voice too, because look at little old me that's rising up as well. So people that resonate with me will also will follow. So believe that for you too. Okay, here's a great tip. Don't stop once you start. Don't allow the gap. Don't allow room for the gap. So just keep going, forward momentum, forward momentum. If you stop, doubt has a chance to creep in. So just keep on doing. Action brings traction and momentum. So think, how can I reach my audience more? Or if it's not an audience you want to reach, if it's a fitness goal that you have, for example, and you feel like, oh, well, you know what, I failed, or, you know, I didn't reach it, just start again, start again, keep starting again. Don't allow defeat. Don't allow it in. Just don't allow space for it. Don't allow any gap. Just keep going. Feed your mind with words like it's possible all the time. Your mind is what's feeding your day. It's feeding your life, basically. So whatever thoughts, just anytime you remember that, choose thoughts like, this is going to work. My dream is done. I'm so excited for the impact that I'm having. Thoughts of self-love, thoughts of I'm proud of myself. This is working in my life and that's working in my life. 10 reasons why I feel proud of myself. Feed your mind with positive. Be your best cheerleader. Don't wait for somebody else to do it. Don't wait for somebody else to do it. You'll be waiting your whole life. Be your own cheerleader and tap into your inner power, not somebody else's. So just take the time to think, okay, how can I cheerlead myself right now? Write it down. Allow the naysayers to fade into the background. So if there's people around you that, you know, fortunately I don't have anybody. I'm sure there are people, it's like, oh my God, Niamh thinks that, thanks Emma, be your best cheerleader, absolutely. So I'm sure that there's people thinking, oh gosh, Niamh is talking about speaking in a stadium, like poor Niamh, like she'll never manage to do that. And that's okay, you know, that's okay. I'm not going to let that hold me back. Luckily, I don't have people that say stuff like that to my face. If I did, I would choose not to be around them. I don't want to be around people who doubt or think, are you really serious? I don't want to be around that. Well, actually, my mother does want me to go back to the UN and have a sensible job, and that's okay. That's okay. My mother's allowed. Allow your mother in, maybe. And then, you know, people that are not encouraging your dream, it's time to love them and move on to people that really support your dream. Find a supportive community of like-minded people who are going to lift you up and support you, because, like I said earlier, it's not going to be easy. It's not always easy, and that's why it's important to have an environment that supports you. And the best environment to support you is this pen, your pen and paper, writing down, supporting yourself all the time. Anytime that you find the doubts coming in, get a pen and paper out and write, I am a leader. I am powerful. I am unstoppable. My dream is worth it. I am worth it. I am so worth it. I had a 1 in 400 billion chance of getting to planet Earth and I made it. So I'm going to make it worthwhile. Actually, I was thinking about it. I really believe that that's my purpose, is to wake people up to that. It's like, oh my God, you had a 400 billion chance of getting here. Can you wake up and make the most of it? Look at all those others who didn't make it here. So make it worthwhile. Make it worthwhile. Don't take this life for granted and think, how can I use it to help others, to impact others? Yes, some of the statistics are true statistic. And I find it really helpful because it's like, oh my God, here was me feeling sorry for myself, or here was me like wasting it. It's not to be wasted. We're all here for a reason. So make it worthwhile. Stop spreading yourself too thin. Focus. So, and I used to do this a lot, you know, it's like I'll jump from one thing to another, or maybe that's the secret, the magic bullet, or maybe that's going to help me, or that's something external. Focus. Find something that resonates with you and stay loyal to it and trust. And when you falter, don't think, oh, well, it's because of that thing. Pull on your internal resources and focus and keep going. We can get so distracted with outside things thinking, oh yeah, I just need that and that and that. The strongest thing that you need is your own inner strength. Decide it's done and go do it. By the way, if this is resonating, share it, tag somebody, like it, comment on the replay as well. Let people know this message because it's important. Have the courage to experience judgment. Have the courage to experience rejection. It's part of it. It's necessary. And that's part of the decision. Decide it's done and go do it. Part of deciding it's done is deciding that you are okay with rejection. And think about it. Why not? Why not? The reality is in 100 years, you're going to be dead. Well, maybe not, you know, who knows with life advances. But all of that rejection and judgment will become so irrelevant. That's one reason why to be okay with judgment and rejection. The second reason is that it feels so good. Thanks, Angela. I'm so glad it resonates. The second reason is it feels so good to honor that. Again, I'm speaking to your soul. Because that soul destroyed feeling, it's crippling. It's, you know, when we're stuck and when we don't push ourselves, you know, ask yourself this, am I really drawing on all my strength, and am I really doing everything I can to achieve my dream? I know that I'm not going all in. I'm going more and more in, and it feels better. It starts to feel really good the more that I decide that I'm going to, with 100% certainty, achieve my dream, and I'm going to do everything that it takes. So just notice, are you? And I'm not saying deplete yourself of energy and go, you know, be exhausted. Definitely not. I'm going to be talking about that tomorrow, about eating and fitness and maintaining your energy. That's so, so important. But also, one day I decided that I was going to let my business feed me and my clients feed me energy. And that was fantastic. And also knowing that I'm going after my dream, there's something very energizing about that. It's not just the broccoli that gives us energy. It's our mindset and knowing that we feel lit up by our dream. And it does feel really good. Okay. Fail your way to success. I love this. This is from Les Brown. Fail your way to success. Fail your way to achieving your dreams. Just accept that that's part of it. Oh my God, I have failed so much and will continue to. And that's okay, because everybody who reaches success is a necessary part. I think everybody. It's really a part. It's about letting go of your ego. That's the title of my book, Ego, Passion, and Pancakes. And ego is what I'm talking about at the start of the book. And it's so important to let go of our ego. So important. Connect with your soul. Connect with your passion. It's the ego. All this fear. It's fear. It's because of our identity. We want to uphold our identity. And here's a brilliant tip, actually. Leave your identity at the door. The you up to now, just drop it. Drop it, seriously, and just decide. Just take on a new identity. Why not? You know, say, well, in order to achieve my dream, I need to be believing this. I need to be behaving like this. I need to be acting like this. Just do it. And don't care less about what anybody else thinks. Leave your ego at the door. And sometimes you'll stumble. Sometimes it will feel, oh, and you know what? Don't spend too much time dwelling on that. Be too busy moving on, following your dream. So leave the old you, the one with all the reservations and the shyness and the smallness, leave it at the door. And just decide that your dream is done. So that's the points. The other part that I wrote, feel your aching soul, is what I wrote. Feel your aching soul. Really, because it is aching. Listen to it. If you're not going all in to achieve your dream, there's an ache in there, and let that fuel you. Let that fuel you and move you forward. The word soul destroyed exists for a reason. I'm going to make this into a blog, all these notes that I have here. Let me know if you want the notes as well. You came here for a reason. You had a 1 in 4 billion chance of making it through, and you did it. So do what you came here to do. If you don't know what that is, just start by doing something. Or if you haven't watched my training from Saturday on figuring out what you want to do, then go ahead and watch that to get some ideas. Leave your ego at the door. And here's the prompts. I want to finish up on the prompts. I've got 4 prompts for you to journal on that will be really useful for you to really step into that mindset of your dream is done. What I want to believe about myself is ... Think about, what do I, in order to achieve my dream, the beliefs that would have to carry me there are. So what do you want to believe about yourself? I guess one of them, no, not I guess, for sure, one belief is that I can do this. Not I can do this, I will do this. I will do this. I will do whatever it takes. So think about that. That's prompt number 1. What I want to believe about myself is ... Number 2. This is a really powerful exercise, actually. It's just the same as prompt number 1, but instead of want, it's what I choose to believe about myself is. Now you're stepping more into your power and owning it. What I choose to believe about myself. Instead of I want, I'm choosing to believe, because we get to choose or not. We get to choose to doubt ourselves, or we get to choose, well, actually, I'm going to achieve it. My dream is done with certainty. I choose to believe with certainty that I will achieve my dream. Number 3, and when you're writing this down, it's really powerful. What I now believe about myself is, and you can repeat the same prompts, add some more if they come to you, just stream of consciousness writing, whatever comes to you. What I now believe about myself is. So psych yourself up, and then when you are in that space, then act from that space. Momentum, 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 action brings traction, and you'll spiral upwards. And I do it like this because at each stage you'll feel, ah, and that's normal, that's the hard part, but you just keep on going. Action brings traction. And then the 4th prompt is, this is how I achieved my dream, ... What you do there is you imagine that the dream is done, and you write down what you did to achieve it. It's really powerful, so take some time. And from there you can also, as part of that, this is how I achieved my dream, you can write what beliefs that you adopted, what beliefs carried you to get there. And just repeat those beliefs every hour. When I say, you know, I'm not going all in on my dream, it's like, I'm not repeating those every hour. I could be, you know, that's really powerful mindset work. But I am definitely upping the volume and doing some pretty exceptional things, which I'm going to reveal inside Totally Mindset Reset program about some mindset work on steroids. So if you're not there, please join. And if you are there, please let your friends know that they should join. It's going to be powerful this round, and it's a fantastic group of people. The link again is bit.ly/TMRP reset. The early bird expires tomorrow. You can get in for $297 instead of $497. So I'd highly recommend that you join before the end of tomorrow. Just join right now. Don't allow doubt to come in. And if you want to pay in installments, you can pay in it with as little as $75 per month. So it's really a low investment for something that's very powerful and life-changing. And having a group of like-minded people and a space that reminds you of the importance, because you know what? You can really feel excited, feel, yeah, you know, when you watch this and listen to this, and then doubt can come back in. So just having that continuous reminder that your dream is done and you are worth it, and you are so going to, with certainty, achieve it with that mindset. There's no doubt that you will. So hope to see you in Totally Mindset Reset program. Hope to see you also tomorrow. I'm here every day at noon this week. And yeah, for the foreseeable future, I've committed in my mind to 100 episodes of Totally Tuned In. So I'm going to be around for a while. Thanks so much for joining. Thanks for everybody listening to the recording. Also, please like and share. And yeah, soon this will be available on the podcast. We're working on it behind the scenes. I might even get a jingle as well, you know. I can't get the song out of my mind. You know, WKRG in Cincinnati. So I'm thinking, Totally Tuned In Geneva. Let's see. But it's exciting. It's fun. It's fun to create like that. Wishing you guys an awesome day. Bye.